So what's up guys, Foxen here, Attack on Titan chapter 119, the follow-up discussion, finally. Oh yes, I'm back from Anime Expo in Japan and there's a lot of juicy stuff to discuss. So since you're so awesome, go ahead and smash a thumbs up and subscribe. Be sure to ring bell notifications so YouTube actually sends you my videos. As always, quite a few chapter stuff and non-chapter Attack on Titan stuff. Then I'll be answering your Twitter and Patreon questions. To start this off, I do have to bring up Potato Girl Sasha. Happy birthday, Sasha. Oh, sadly you were taken way too soon. Fricking Gabby. But let me not bring up negative stuff. At the very least, you could look forward to seeing Potato Girl Sasha in Attack on Titan Season 4, which I guess it's in a year. Hopefully they do consider adding an extra scene or two for Attack on Titan Season 4, notably something in the flashback stuff. Next up, the second thing regarding this whole dream, illusion, fake memories, theories, or ideas. Definitely go check out my past video on that. I'm actually not going to be going over stuff I already touched on in that video, however I will add on top of that. But anyway, first really important thing I do have to bring up is this tweet. Most likely you've seen this being spread around. It really talks about the endgame for the Attack on Titan manga from Isayama. So this tweet got spread around, originally tweeted by this Emika person. The key thing about this tweet is that supposedly it was confirming Isayama would end Attack on Titan in a year, the Attack on Titan manga. Unfortunately, of course, most people just took the original tweet and ran with it as a confirmation. Never mind that in the actual tweet comment chain, this Emika person also added some additional information. So let me go ahead and try to clear some things up. Before that, I do have to mention for starters, I'm sure that this Emika person didn't plan on this being spread around, or be used as some sort of confirmation for the Attack on Titan manga end date. I'm pretty sure they were just casually listening into this radio show, enjoying the radio discussion with Isayama. In other words, this tweet letter just got posted as something casual. To try to clear things up, I actually looked into what Isayama said in that radio interview, which was pretty short to be honest. Let me go ahead and give you some background and context. First off, Isayama was on this Japanese radio show. It was really to promote the Attack on Titan final exhibition, which is ongoing right now, and I do have a full video on that. Check that after. Eventually, near the end, the topic of the Attack on Titan final sound clip came up. This led into that previous reference event about the Attack on Titan manga end date. So let me just go down what was actually said. The host of this asked Isayama if the Attack on Titan end date was really approaching. Isayama stated, yes. 8 years ago, Isayama actually thought that the manga would end in 3 years. Isayama then added, every year I keep on saying 3 more years until it's done. But recently I started to feel, I wonder if it'll be around a year or so from now. Then from the host, oh, since he said Attack on Titan will be finished within 3 years 8 years ago, then that should also mean 1 year might not be for a while, correct? And then the final remark from Isayama, that's right, after all, it has been extended. It right here referring to the manga endpoint. So after hearing all of this, clearly Isayama did not confirm 1 year left. Once again, Isayama left it open to taking much longer. You even got Isayama referencing the past 3-year estimate. That definitely didn't go anywhere near as expected. Even the host got Isayama to admit it may take longer due to his original estimate being off. So let's say even if you ignore all of that, even if you somehow take the around 1 year estimate that Isayama brought up as a confirmation, that still would be within the 1 or 2 year estimate that we previously had. In other words, really nothing new from Isayama here. Let me also point out this radio interview was supposed to promote the Attack on Titan final exhibition, which is really what most of the interview focused on. I really doubt Isayama went into this ready to drop a more solid conclusion date. So no, Isayama did not confirm Attack on Titan is ending in a year. If you do hear anyone saying that, do point them to this video. Next up, let's talk about the female Eren, Gabby. Just looking at your past comments for the Attack on Titan chapter 119 video, seems that somehow Gabby ended up being more popular than Sakura or Ichigo, and not in a good way. It is pretty interesting to notice, just assuming everything in the chapter is as it seems. Gabby right now is functioning as this shonen protagonist. I mean, the whole moment with the gun, able to lift it, firing the damn thing, definitely check out my previous discussion on that. Now let's actually switch it over to the actual Eren. What's happening with Eren, or should I say Eren's head? So this is really adding to the discussion from the previous video. Some of you have posted about how Eren may still be alive, and I'm not talking about the whole illusion, dream, fate theories, seeing into the future ideas. Nope, that none of that matters. Eren's head was sent flying. All right now Zeke needs to do is catch the head, then bam, the Colossal Titan March will begin. Or actually, would that be Zeke's euthanasia plan? But this really goes back to the whole flying head idea. You may be wondering, assuming everything is as it seems, how the hell is Eren still alive? And no, I'm not talking about some Titan Jutsu clone, or Eren pulling the same cockroach move that Reiner did. Some of you may have actually heard about this being a thing. That is, a person or human still being alive a few seconds even after being decapitated. In this case, Eren's neck got shut off, leading to his flying coconut in the air. Come on, catch it, Oni-chan. So I went ahead and tried to research this a little bit, and you're gonna get a lot of weird information on the internet. Looking at some of the stuff that seemed more factual, Eren or Eren's head could be alive for another 5 to 10 seconds. Let's just say a few seconds. And if you really want to go out there, I've seen some things to suggest brain activity could still be there for up to 30 minutes later. Although most likely the person is not going to be conscious. So let's just go ahead and assume that Eren is still alive there for a few seconds. Let's say 10 seconds. Come on, catch it, Zeke. Get that baseball glove ready. That's all fine and dandy. The problem is that Eren would still need to have some sort of degree of being able to form a thought, you know, to be able to command the Titans, or to do whatever other plan Eren was hoping to do, you know, maybe undo the Titan curse magic. That would also somehow be assuming that Eren would not need to scream, since, you know, he really cannot. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a different Jaeger brother doing some screaming soon. Next up, let me actually touch on this for Eren, something more realistic, which unfortunately is going back to the whole Reiner cockroach idea. I've seen some of you mention that he cannot pull that off since Eren right now is not connected to his Titan. You could clearly see Eren running, so there's no cable, so he's not connected to the WarHammer Titan. But actually, I was not referring to this. If you look back at Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2, what was it, the first episode? Reiner, when in human form, shifted his consciousness into the body, so I'm talking about that ass-pull move. If you actually notice in the chapter, before Eren's head got sent flying, he actually looked at Gabby, which would actually be similar to when Reiner actually spotted Levi, and somehow by some miracle survived. So let me just mention, Isayama has technically already established precedence for that twice via Reiner. Eren actually right now would be fully justified in pulling something similar off. I mean, all he would need to do is go Titan mode. Which, by the way, keep in mind, Eren could still do that once or twice. I'm not sure if having the WarHammer Titan would actually limit that. Perhaps it would. But anyway, let me actually toss it to you. How do you think Eren survived this? Which idea or theory do you buy the most? Is it the cockroach idea? Is it Eren pulling some type of WarHammer clone jutsu? Is it all an illusion or fake memories? Are we simply seeing this future that's yet to come? Is Eren about to send his Titan memories back in time? That said, let me actually bring up Mikasa. So Mikasa's right now fighting the card Titan on the wall top. I think everyone else and I'm really excited to see and really hyped to see how exactly Mikasa will react to the situation. I mean, is she about to freaking slice up Gabby? It would also be interesting if some of the other scouts, perhaps Armin, Jean, Coney, are any of them gonna try to get in Mikasa's way? Imagine if that happened. Could you actually picture Mikasa killing or maybe just severely hurting one of her friends? You know, just on autopilot Ackerman mode. And really just going back to the whole Eren thing for a little bit, I really think this is going to be similar to the whole Levi situation. In other words, Isayama will let this ride out for a few chapters. Switching it up to a different Eren topic, let me bring up this picture from the Attack on Titan exhibition. So this is actually some art displayed on some of the merch being sold there, and of course this wall display. Eren obviously here looks very menacing. I mean, the freaking cape behind him, those easily look like freaking devil wings. In other words, this really fuels the whole theory about Eren eventually turning into the devil himself. Or at least that's one way of looking at this. The second obvious one, of course, would be Eren turning into the quote-unquote villain of this Attack on Titan story. Talk about character development. So let me know what you think about this picture. Is it foreshadowing some things to come? Or did the foreshadowing Eren thing already come into play? Post down below. Next up, let me add something to the whole illusion fake memory theory idea going around. So one thing I actually had in my notes but forgot to bring up was the whole district view from above. When you had Zeke screaming and then everyone going into Titan mode, you got this overall view of the whole district. Here, notably, some things are missing. The most obvious one would be that whole area left by the previous Colossal Titan nuke. If you actually compare it to before, it looks like there's this river or path that is also clearly missing. Once again, I really do have to ask, was this just Isayama's mistake, or is it really just adding more support to the fake memory theory? Next up, let me touch on Armin a little bit, and not in the kinky way. I've been seeing a lot of questions about why Armin has not transformed yet, even though he just freaking took out Peak's cannon thing. Either way, I've seen so much frustration about this. Why has Armin not unleashed the colossal beast? For this, you have to keep a few things in mind. For starters, Armin really wouldn't be the type to really want to wreck his hometown, which is what he would do if he went Colossal Titan mode. It wouldn't matter if Armin used a nuke or not. And then the second important thing people are forgetting, Armin's Titan isn't like Eren's Attack Titan or any of the other Titans. The Colossal Titan is really this one-shot opportunity. You really can't waste that. Recall that all these soldiers got anti-Titan weapons. They're very aware of the Colossal Titan capabilities, most recently displayed in the attack on Marley. Potentially, they could take a few shots at the Colossal Titan neck and finish that thing off quickly. Or even if normal anti-Titan rifles cannot fully kill Armin, Peak with their cannon sure as hell would be able to. And Armin really knows this. Armin right now is really reserving that beast for the absolutely best time. I could picture this after using it. Armin would either be sitting duck for a while, or really have to switch back to being the strategy leader for the scout side in human form. Next up, let's talk about Falco. Falco is now the new Jaws Titan, which is really one of the reasons I really hope this is not something fake or an illusion. Come on, finally Porco died. We got someone more useful. But before that, do look at the base for this mindless Titan. I pointed out this thing looks like a bird. Some of you guys thought it was more like a dino. But really, aren't birds supposed to be one of the closest things we still have that are close to dinosaurs? So it's either like this featherless bird or this ancient dino, which actually makes me think of the Attack on Titan Season 2 opening. One of the weirdest part about this Falco Titan is just all the teeth. Some of you guys thought that he has teeth on the nose, but no, the nose just extends really down. But either way, imagine how the new Jaws Titan will look after this base design. I definitely can't wait for that. Which again is another reason why I hope this is not all fake. So what's up guys, Jerry here. I'm back in Japan after the whole Anime Expo stuff, finally. So I really just wanted to say a huge thank you to you guys that actually came out in person. It was pretty awesome meeting a lot of you. And maybe, just maybe, I'll try to go to more anime conventions in the US. It really all depends on whether they invite me. But anyways, I'm still trying to catch up on stuff here. Hopefully I'll be caught up by this weekend. Maybe, maybe not. Keep in mind, I'm still doing the monthly live streams. Right now that includes 2, so if you want to join up or really just support the channel in general, definitely check out Patreon. Plus, you also get to hang out with the awesome people on Discord, a link down below. First Patreon question from Kashmir Fox. There's no doubt Eren will move ahead no matter what. Friends, acquaintances, be damned. However, I feel like I gotta look at the old Eren who was still in there when Zeke said he was gonna call the Titans. Do you think Eren was hoping it wouldn't come down to turning everyone? Or is he past the point of just not caring? For this whole point you bring up, I do have to applaud Isayama in the way that everyone is now split on Eren. Some people are fully rooting for him, other people are completely against him. Which actually, funny enough, is also happening within the story. I should also mention the camp of people that are in the I don't know category. Or I don't know, but I'm hoping that Eren will do good by the end. Which may be more in line where I stand. I do think a few chapters ago, Eren was intentionally trying to put a distance between himself and his friends. In other words, trying to protect them. Again, really going back to that Code Geass comparison. Really with the attack on Marley, I'm pretty sure that Eren decided that he really couldn't go back. And maybe I'm naive on this, and really you could call me naive, but I do want to believe in Eren. Yes, Eren has killed a bunch of people in the attack on Marley, innocent people, which I'm pretty sure Eren did, knowing that he's not gonna come out of this alive. Which is partly why I really don't see that Eren's not caring. If anything, the previous stuff with Mikasa and Armin, he was just putting an act for them. At the same time, it also does feel like Eren was playing his brother, which actually leads into the question, did Eren know about the whole Y situation? He should have known, but then again, Flock was trying to keep this hush-hush. It would have been interesting to see how Eren reacted to everyone going into Titan mode. Something we would have seen next chapter, but, you know, Eren is supposedly dead. Series over. Next question up from Korewa Eden. Is it possible that Eren at the end of the chapter is actually just a WarHammer clone? Ah yes, the whole Naruto WarHammer clone jutsu. For some reason, this actually seems to be a popular idea. If you actually think back to the attack on Marley, the WarHammer Titan was able to control the Titan, or I guess the WarHammer shifter, outside of the body. In theory, you should be able to do the same for a person, just create this artificial human. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the case for Eren. Also, just randomly creating a clone at this point, I think even that would be much more of an ass pull than the whole cockroach move. Next question from Gia's Rail fan. What if Mikasa resurrected Eren? I'm thinking, is this a trick question? How would Mikasa resurrect Eren? Would Mikasa have to gather the 9 Titan balls? As far as we know, Mikasa doesn't have any special powers to resurrect somebody. If anything, it'd be that little blonde girl in the whole Titan realm. Next question from Doom Cookies. Do you think we'll hear from Levi and Hanji for the next few chapters, and not find out how if Eren will come back for the next 2 to 4 chapters, leaving us on the edge in true Isayama fashion? I would actually think that's the case, except there's so much going on in this war. But instead, here's another option. Perhaps Isayama makes us think that Eren actually did die and doesn't actually answer the whole what happened to Eren or how does Eren come back for another chapter or 2. I could see that happening. And actually, I wouldn't mind it. Next question up from Winter. Is there any chance that Eren is doing to Zeke the same that Owl was doing to Marley? Betrayal. Oh, I definitely think that's been one of the more popular theories. Eren was really just playing Zeke the whole time. Besides, for Zeke, we always thought of this guy being as some type of mastermind, but then it turns out that's almost never really been the case. If anything, Pieck has turned out to be more of a strategist and this mastermind compared to Zeke. I think it's also pretty clear at this point that the 2 Jaeger brothers are definitely not in sync. Zeke wants the euthanasia plan and Eren wants something else, something more. Next question from the Mentor. Do you think Eren and Zeke touch? Eren will try and change the Titans back into humans. I'm actually glad you brought this up. I mentioned in the past the full extent of the Founding Titan powers still is unknown. However, it would be weird that the Founding Titan cannot create other Titans from subject of Ymir. It would also be weird that the Founding Titan cannot reverse the process. So still would it be possible if Eren is still alive and manages to activate the Founding Titan powers? In theory, Eren should be able to turn the Titans back into human, so it's not over yet for Pixies and Nile. Next question up from Death the Bot. Do you think Eren will go into a dream state and talk to Ymir about the true history of the Titans? I'm also glad you brought this up. There's definitely a good chance of that happening. I brought up in the past that I still think there is this big twist that Isayama's waiting to drop. There still is also a lot of unknowns about the Titan war history, the whole Titan past, and stuff related to the original Ymir. I've been predicting for a while that we may get a few chapters similar to the whole basement reveal, where we just get a whole lot of information dropped. Eren right now supposedly dying and meeting the original Ymir in that dream Titan state. This would actually be a perfect opportunity to splice that into the story. Next question from Angel. Do you think there's a chance Eren might be able to use the Founding Titan's true power without touching someone of royal blood? I mean, would that actually be in the realm of possibilities? Maybe the chances being like 1%. Although so far from what Attack on Titan has established so far about the Founding Titan and people of royal blood being important, that would be very, very strange. Not to mention all the trouble Eren has been going through just to freaking touch Zeke. Although that being said, perhaps it is possible for a non-royal blood person like Eren to use the Founding Titan power in a different way since he's not someone of royal blood. Next question from Mexican O. What will Zeke do now that he thinks Eren is dead? Well, this really ultimately depends on what happens in like the next few pages. Does Zeke actually think Eren just died? Will he try to catch the head? I mean, right now Zeke looks like his body is freaking melting, so it's not like he could actually just dive and catch Eren's baseball head. Just assuming somehow Eren actually died, that's pretty much game over for the Paradise Island folks. If anything, I could see Zeke just going full rampage and commanding his Beast Titan army to kill everyone, which might actually be something interesting to see. Next up, getting into your Twitter questions. By the way, this is a perfect opportunity for me to mention that the Attack on Titan 120 prediction video will come sometime next week. So go ahead and follow me on Twitter and send me your Twitter question. Guaranteed question for Patreon supporters. Which also don't forget about the couple of live streams every month. First question out from Osama. Which side do you think Falco will take afterwards? That is an interesting question. This really might depend on a couple of things. Is Gabby still alive? I mean, who knows, next chapter Mikasa just may off that little kid in like a split second. It may also depend on whether Falco goes Titan mode immediately, which I think he might have to. Keep in mind there's so many Titans in the area. Hell, next chapter the Beast Titan may command his Titans to freaking try to eat the Jaws Titan, or at least to kill that thing off. So at least for the moment, I really think that Falco's gonna be on his and Gabby's side. If anything, I could see Falco trying to protect Gabby. That should be his #1 priority. Next question from Yato. How will Mikasa react to this? Will she kill Gabby? So for this, I'm going to ask you guys this. How do you think Mikasa will react? 1. Will Mikasa turn into the ultimate sushi chef? 2. Will Mikasa break down and start crying, potentially die just being distracted? Or 3. Will Mikasa be best buddies with Gabby now that she's a free slave? Next question up from White Lies. So in chapter 118, Zeke got shot by Peak on the wall. Some of his blood fell on Eren's Titan, and that's when Eren's eyes changed to the one similar to Frida Ray's. So for some weird reason, I keep on saying this spread around. In the previous video, I already delved into the whole Frida founding Titan eyes, which Eren clearly does not have. And for number 2, I really suggest for some of you guys thinking this is possible, go back and check the chapter. Where the Beast Titan is and where Eren's Attack Titan is, that is not close at all. At that point, it would be pretty impossible for some of his blood to reach freaking Eren. I mean, even if this Beast Titan takes out his banana and starts pissing, I really doubt that would even reach Eren. That's how far away they are. That's also not even bringing up the fact that his blood may just freaking evaporate before it hits the ground. Next question up from Malian. I think everybody is expecting Ymir to heal Eren similar to how Zeke got healed. That's actually been one of the least things people have been pointing out, by the way. My question is, if this does happen, do you think Eren and Ymir are going to have a conversation or some kind of face-to-face interaction? If so, about what? Some type of deal maybe? So this actually goes back to one of the previous topics. Right now would be a perfect time for Eren and the supposed Ymir to meet in that whole Titan Shadow Realm thing. And personally for me, I actually hope the whole Ymir fixing, healing Eren does not happen. Although despite that, I do hope that Eren sees the whole path situation thing. If anything, Eren may see something closer to the truth since he has 3 of the Titans, especially the founding Titan. Next question from Jason. Do you think next chapter Isayama will put more of a spotlight on Historia or Levi to create more suspense? Also love your videos. Thank you. Yes, the whole Historia and Levi thing. Isayama is definitely going to keep on building the suspense, potentially even use that as a cliffhanger coming up. I could really see Isayama using Historia or Levi only as a one-panel thing, before he fully expands on it in the next chapter. Next question from Zane. With Falco now having the power of the Jealous Titan, does this mean he'll have the memories of Ymir and will go to see Historia? Well, first off, for seeing Historia, he would have to find her first. I don't think that's going to happen. Although previously, I was predicting that Porco will have some type of Ymir influence and potentially even switch sides when he saw Historia, if that happened. Now it seems like that baton passed over to frigging Falco. With this, the whole previous problem now comes up. Unfortunately, I think until the very end of the story, Historia is not going to go back into the battlefield. I really just see Queen Historia being hidden on that farm of hers. Although that does not rule out Falco having this whole Ymir influence in the current battle. Next question up from Marim. Could it be possible for Eren to grow his body back using the WarHammer? So actually for this question, assuming Eren did the whole cockroach Reiner move, Eren should be able to go into Titan mode no problem. It wouldn't even be necessarily using the WarHammer Titan power, it'd be using any of the 3 Titans, just go into Titan mode. Next question from Arekuz. Do you think Eren's head being blown off will affect Mikasa while she's fighting the card Titan? Because of her Acro bond, she seems to be able to sense when something happens to Eren. For this, 100% yes. I'll be really surprised next chapter if Mikasa doesn't just look over. I know right now she's busy with the card Titan, but Mikasa's Ackerman senses should start tingling. And then, well, not even fucking John Wick would be able to protect Gabby. Whatever happens with Mikasa next chapter should also give some commentary on the whole Ackerman situation. Did Eren previously actually free Mikasa, or is she still bound to the whole Acker bond thing? Anyway, thanks for watching guys, be sure to smash that colossal thumbs up, and bonus question for you guys. Post down below if you made it to the end, and let me know in which chapter do you think we'll see Levi again? 125? At the very finale? Which might actually be the case. If you haven't already, definitely check out my new videos. That includes the Weathering for You non-spoiler review, the SAO War of the Underworld trailer, the actual first trailer, and don't forget about the Konosuba Megumi movie coming up. I know YouTube right now is not sending videos out to everyone, unfortunately, so either click the links right here or check out my channel. Enjoy, and I'll see you guys later.